Hello guys, this is Avcoor and I'm continuing my series on stats and I'll finish it up in the next 2 weeks. But this is important to talk about because it allows us to evaluate stats and what we need to build and what tools we have to build them. So with attack and magic attack are two of the most important stats in the game. The most important stat in the game is HP, but below that sits attack and magic attack. And out of these two stats, I want to talk about magic attack later, and I'll talk about attack now. Magic attack later, but attack now. Why is that? Because attack is the most consistent of the two stats. And you're going to ask me, Avcoor, why is that? We both use attack and magic attack. And I agree. We both use attack and magic attack, but one stat is more consistent because of your basic attack. Let's go to party and let's go to solo party. Now I'll tell you, there's only one character whose basic attack uses magic attack, and that's Aerith at the moment. Aerith is the only character whose base attack is based on her magic attack. If you lower her magic attack, I have tested it, you'll notice that she does lower attack with her basic attack when she tosses the little balls at the enemies. But every other character with their basic attack actually uses their physical attack stat to deal damage. And that's important because we know that even though we rely on our skills to do most of the damage, we rely on our summons, we rely on those tools to do the damage, but when we're not using these skills, we are attacking. And those attacks do make or break a party because sometimes you'll find yourself being slighted and like hard level content because you're missing like 100, 200, or 300 points of damage. And your basic attack will clear that for you. So don't ever overlook the fact that your basic attack is not relevant. It is relevant. In the mathematical sense, it's one of the most relevant aspects of your offense because it is something that is consistently happening even though you are initiating skills. No matter how many skills you use, during the phase of battle, you are always attacking with your basic attack in time intervals of so many seconds. I think it's like 3 or 4 seconds you're doing attack every time. But it's important to understand that your basic attack is most of the time based on your physical attack. So that's why I say it's more consistent. And this is a stat that, believe it or not, is hard to build. Like purely build physical attack is really difficult. You can build your attack, which is magic attack and physical attack, but it's hard to build your attack purely, as well as it's hard to purely build your magic attack. It's hard to separate these stats and then narrow your focus and increase those stats. It may seem easy, like, okay, you just stack physical attack R abilities, but what are those R abilities and do you have access to them? And based on your party, can you afford the resources to build those R abilities on those weapons that you are not currently using on your party? That's a question that we are going to have to ask because if you can't, then it's extremely hard for you to build these stats in order to skew your units in order to be good at a certain type of attack. As you can see, slowly but surely, I am actually building my physical attack on my units. And it's hard to scale past 2,200 without skewing your stats towards one end or the other. By maxing out your R abilities on attack, you're probably never going to get to the point where you see 3,000 or 3,200 physical attack or magic attack. And that's just something that you need to consider when you're moving into the advanced stages of building your team and your overall party. So, what weapons accomplish this, and what weapons are the best to do this? And I've been testing, and I found some really, really crazy facts, so to speak, crazy truths that I personally did not know. I'm kind of shocked by what I discovered. But let's go to physical attack, and there are three weapons that you really need to look at when it comes to building your physical attack. And it's kind of strange that it's kind of strange that it's these weapons. I want to talk about motor drive first. If you're looking to build your physical attack R ability, this is the weapon. Why do you ask me this is the weapon? Let's go into why this is the weapon. This is the weapon, dude. It's kind of funky. So you're actually seeing why this is the weapon. At level 50, with zero investment, you're getting a boost of physical attack of plus 20. That's just at level 50. But when you hit level 90, you're actually getting 32 points of physical attack. That's just on a level 90 gold weapon. That's how many points of attack you're getting. And that is absolutely crazy. This weapon is a must invest if you're looking to skew your stats towards physical attack. I'm so shocked that Motor Drive actually does this. I didn't know that, but when I started looking at it, I'm like, wow, really? So let's take this thing up, man. And you're gonna look at the. Oh my God, this is stupid. When you're looking at must build weapons, Motor Drive is really at the peak of that because you're getting 54 points of attack, and you divide that when you enter into the sub weapon, and you're getting 27 points. That's a lot. 27 points of physical attack and a maxed out motor drive. But let's go back down to a realistic point, a realistic standard. When you divide 32, you're looking at 16 points of physical attack that you can get from just taking motor drive to level 90. And in fact, you actually can get boost physical attack 32 points at level 80. So this is very feasible to do. And like I said, when you divide this, you're getting 16 points of physical attack. So 16 points actually takes you to level 3. By itself, that is incredible. This weapon is incredible. So that's why I'm building this weapon for physical attack, because that is simply incredible. And for Sephiroth, this is one of the best sub weapons in order to generate the physical attack and win potential he needs. So I want you to look at this weapon, and I want you to really consider this weapon. I'm surprised. I'm really shocked. There's another weapon we need to look at, and that's Bald Eagle. So Bald Eagle is another incredible weapon. Yeah, I'm shocked with Bald Eagle. So let's take it up to 90. So at 90, you're getting 32 points of physical attack, which is really high, and you're getting boost ice potential. So when you look at physical attack and buffing it, there are three weapons that really get the job done, and Bald Eagle really gets the job done. Uninvested, you're getting 32 points. So when you have that, you're getting 16 points of physical attack, which takes you to level 3 instantaneously, and that is amazing. Bald Eagle is amazing. So this is a weapon that I'm looking to build. I actually have it at 80 already. So at 80 for me, it's actually giving me 17 points of physical attack, which is insane. Yeah, this is a really insane weapon. And I'm shocked that I even got it. But if you're looking to build physical attack, this is the weapon you really need to look at. So the third weapon we're going to talk about is actually Sephiroth's weapon, the Glarid. Where is it at? Yeah. So this might look weird to you. So let me max it out. But you're looking at 24 points. You say, oh, that's not high, but boost limit break potential plus 12 points? That's really freaking clutch. I'm surprised that they even gave him this weapon. So if you're really looking to build Sephiroth, a second-hand weapon for a physical DPS Sephiroth, this is the way to go. And there's some other mentions that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about 4 weapons, second-level weapons that are really good. And 2 of them belong to Cloud. Unfortunately, Cloud has some of the best physical weapons in the game. So we're looking at Murasame. So let me talk about Murasame uninvested. Not invested, but uninvested. So Uninvested Murasame at level 90 gives you 12 points of boost physical attack, which puts you into the level 2 bin, and it gives you 3 points away from the level 3 bin, which is not bad for a start, and it gives you boost lightning potency. The reason why this weapon is so good is the combination of your first main R ability and your second main R ability. First of all, you're getting the physical attack that you want, but you're also getting boost lightning potential. So this allows you, when you build your character, to skew them to a certain way. So if you want to build a lightning DPS attacker, this is the way to go. And this is the same with your maritime sword. Maritime sword gives you 12 points half, and when you have water potential, you're actually at, it should be 4, I think. 4. Yeah, we'll just say 4. You're just 1 point away from level 2. And if it's, I think it's 5 or 4, but it halves, I think it halves like to 4. Either way, you're still good to go to move into level 2 if you properly combine it with other R abilities in order to increase your water potency. So that's really good. This is a really good weapon because, once again, it skews you in a direction that allows you to build your character to a certain way. And we also have to talk about, excuse me, Sephiroth's other weapon. So let me get out of here and we're going to talk about Sephiroth's weapon, which is really good for building physical attack. Of course, like, they gave him like one of the best weapons in the game, so it is what it is. But it's really good if you're trying to build, a wind-based element. So you're getting 12 points and you're getting your wind boost potency. So this is the third weapon that I would consider, because not only is it giving you physical attack, it's moving you into a direction where you can build your character. So if you're building a wind-based attacker, this is the way to go. So yeah, it's a really good weapon. And it kind of sucks that 3 of the best weapons in order to do that belong to 2 characters. So if you think about it, if you're building Sephiroth in Cloud, this is pretty easy to do. I don't understand why they would give him so much. It's kind of not fair. It really is. It's not fair that they gave Sephiroth so much. They really just poured on the love. So we're looking at, I think, Killer Hornet. Yep, we're looking at Killer Hornet. Killer Hornet is the last weapon that I want to talk about because it is significant. When you look at Killer Hornet, the skill is good, but the overall R abilities that you get, they're phenomenal. You're getting boost physical attack and you're getting boost physical ability potential all in one weapon, which is absolutely crazy. So when you max out your guard stance, you actually increase the damage that you do with physical based attacks. And this applies to summons as well. So don't look down on this skill. This skill is amazing for building physical based units. Yeah, man, they are just like, yeah, when we start really getting into the nuts and bolts of this game, there's going to be so many ways in order to build and produce better characters. It's just, do we have the resources in order to do that? I have access to this weapon, and I have access to this weapon. Like, 2 of the best weapons to build physical attack in the game. These are the 2 best ones. Sephiroth's weapon is good, but not as good as these 2 weapons. So if you're looking to build physical attack, it's Bald Eagle, Motor Drive, it's Glarid, it's Maritime Sword, it's Murasame, it's Harbinger, and it's Killer Hornet. These are honorable mentions. Like Broadsword X is an honorable mention, but it basically does the same thing as Cloud Sword, honestly. So I guess it's just as good. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, Broadsword Axis is actually really good. So that would be like 5. So if you're looking to build weapons and build your physical attack, which you should, because it's such a consistent attacking stat, this is the way to go. But anyways, if you like my content, like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day and goodbye.